Katie, where you're going to get the truth about what's really going on in America. Are you concerned about the environment? Do you even know what's being done currently in America with waste, environmental cleanup? Maybe you like to recycle. Maybe you're a tree hugger like me. Let's find out on this episode of Protecting Our Environment, Conserving Americans' Lands, Cleaning and Protecting Communities. President Trump's policies are promoting economic growth while still maintaining standards that allow Americans to have among the cleanest air and water in the entire world. While America has become the world's #1 producer of oil and natural gas, our nation has continued to successfully cut greenhouse gas emissions and improve air quality. The president has also balanced oil and gas production with the interest of residents of the Southeast, withdrawing certain offshore waters from development for 10 years. President Trump negotiated the historic USMCA, the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement, which contains the strongest environmental protections of any trade agreement in history. The president also signed the Save Our Seas Act to protect our environment from foreign nations that litter our oceans with garbage. So how are we conserving America's lands? Recently signed by President Trump was the Great American Outdoors Act, securing the single largest investment in America's national parks and public lands in history. Just last year, the president signed the largest public lands legislation in a decade, designating 1.3 million new acres of wilderness. President Trump has also taken action to help prevent catastrophic forest fires by promoting active forest management under federal supervision with the enhanced state and local partnerships. Now, the Department of Interior has already expanded or opened nearly 4 million more acres across the country for hunting and fishing access. This is what I love about researching and giving you the news. I learned so much. Did you know there was a Department of the Interior? You should look them up, the DOI.gov. Let me tell you what they do. They use sound science to manage and sustain America's lands, waters, wildlife, and energy sources. They honor our nation's responsibilities to tribal nations and an advocate of Americans' island communities. Thank you, Department of Interior. The president announced that the United States would join the 1 trillion trees initiative to plant, conserve, and restore trees in America and all around the world. Yes, President Trump, come please to Georgia. They keep taking down all our trees. Let's talk about cleaning and protecting our communities and the first steps to do that in America. Now, under President Trump, the EPA, or the Environmental Protection Agency, is emphasizing cleaning up communities more than Americans have ever seen in a decade. And this is also very fascinating. If you look at the EPA.gov, very interesting. In 2019, the EPA deleted the most Superfund hazardous waste sites from the National Priorities List since 2001. For the first time in nearly 30 years, the EPA is in the process of strengthening national standards to protect vulnerable children from exposure to lead in drinking water. According to the Wikipedia, as I was researching, I came across the Superfund's hazardous waste sites, and I didn't know what that was. So it's very interesting. You should totally go look at it. They're everywhere, and they're probably in a city near you. Superfund sites are polluted locations in the United States that require a long-term response to clean up hazardous materials, contaminations. There are some pretty bad sites that need to be cleaned up on the lands of America, and they're doing that now under President Trump. To further improve water quality for Americans, the administration has invested over $38 billion in clean water infrastructure. The president has also delivered infrastructure upgrades and investments for numerous projects, including directing over $500 million for the Herbert Hoover Dike rehabilitation and prioritizing Everglades restoration. Now, I looked that up too. I said, what is the Herbert Hoover Dike and where is that? It is a 143-mile earthen dam. It actually goes around a whole entire lake. And I can't pronounce the name, and I didn't write it down. But you should look it up. It's very fascinating. So this important infrastructure will help protect and restore the ecosystems in the Everglades, defending millions of Floridians from catastrophic flooding and help improve water quality. So you've heard it here. President Trump quotes, and I'll end with this. Every day of my presidency, we will fight for a cleaner environment and a better quality of life for every one of our citizens. Wow, he's really protecting our environment. God bless our environment and our water and our lands. God bless you, and God bless America.